Today our topic is how to handle failure like a Stoic. Life is full of ups and downs, and failure is something everyone faces at some point. But failure doesn't have to break you. In fact, it can make you stronger if you handle it the right way. The Stoics, ancient philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, taught us how to face challenges with calm and strength. Their wisdom is still useful today, especially when we feel lost or defeated. Let's talk about how you can handle failure like a Stoic and turn it into an opportunity for growth. First, understand that failure is a part of life. No one escapes it. Even the most successful people fail many times before they achieve their goals. The Stoics believe that failure is not something to fear or avoid. Instead, it's a chance to learn and improve. When you fail, it doesn't mean you are a failure. It just means something didn't work out as planned. The Stoics remind us that we can't control everything in life. What we can control is how we respond to what happens. This is a key idea in Stoicism. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. When you fail, it's easy to feel upset or angry. You might blame yourself or others. But the Stoics teach us to stay calm and think clearly. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I do differently next time? Instead of focusing on the negative, focus on the lessons. Failure is a teacher, not an enemy. It shows you where you need to improve. If you can see failure as feedback, you'll grow stronger and wiser. Another important Stoic idea is to accept what happens without judgment. This doesn't mean you should be passive or give up. It means you should accept reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. When you fail, don't fight against it or pretend it didn't happen. Accept it and then take action. For example, if you fail a test, don't waste time feeling sorry for yourself. Accept the result, study harder, and try again. The Stoics call this Amor fati, which means love of fate. It means embracing everything that happens, good or bad, because it's part of your journey. Stoicism also teaches us to keep things in perspective. When you fail, it might feel like the end of the world, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just a small setback. Ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a month, or a year? Most of the time, the answer is no. The Stoics remind us that life is short, and we should not waste it worrying about things that won't matter in the long run. Instead, focus on what truly matters: your values, your relationships, and your growth. Another Stoic practice is to prepare for failure. This might sound strange, but it's very practical. The Stoics believed in Premeditatio malorum, which means premeditation of evils. It's a mental exercise where you imagine the worst-case scenario and think about how you would handle it. For example, if you're starting a new business, imagine what you would do if it fails. This doesn't mean you expect to fail, but if it happens, you'll be ready. By preparing for failure, you reduce your fear of it. You realize that even if things go wrong, you'll be okay. Stoicism also teaches us to focus on effort, not results. You can't always control the outcome, but you can control your effort. For example, if you're working on a project, do your best, but don't get attached to the result. If it succeeds, great. If it fails, you can still be proud of the effort you put in. This mindset helps you stay motivated and resilient, even when things don't go as planned. Another Stoic idea is to practice gratitude, even in difficult times. When you fail, it's easy to focus on what went wrong. But the Stoics remind us to look for the good, even in bad situations. For example, if you lose your job, it's a chance to find something better. If you fail at a task, it's a chance to learn and improve. Gratitude helps you stay positive and see opportunities where others see only problems. Stoicism also teaches us to be humble. Failure reminds us that we are not perfect, and that's okay. No one is. When you fail, don't let it hurt your self-esteem. Instead, use it as a reminder to stay humble and keep learning. The Stoics believe that humility is a virtue because it helps us stay grounded and open to growth. Another important Stoic practice is to focus on the present moment. When you fail, it's easy to dwell on the past or worry about the future. But the Stoics remind us that the only moment we have is now. Don't waste it regretting what happened or fearing what might happen. Focus on what you can do right now to move forward. This mindset helps you stay calm and take action, even in difficult times. Stoicism also teaches us to be resilient. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from failure and keep going. The Stoics believe that resilience comes from inner strength, not external success. When you fail, don't give up. Get back up, learn from your mistakes, and try again. Remember, every failure brings you closer to success if you don't quit. Finally, Stoicism reminds us to focus on what truly matters. When you fail, it's easy to get caught up in material things or external validation. But the Stoics believe that true happiness comes from within. It comes from living a life of virtue, wisdom, and purpose. When you fail, ask yourself, what does this teach me about my values and my goals? How can I use this experience to become a better person? By focusing on what truly matters, you'll find meaning and strength, even in failure. In conclusion, failure is not something to fear. It's a natural part of life and an opportunity for growth. The Stoics teach us to handle failure with calm, clarity, and resilience. Accept what happens, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Focus on what you can control, let go of what you can't, and stay true to your values. Remember, failure is not the end. It's just a step on your journey. With the wisdom of Stoicism, you can turn failure into a powerful tool for growth and success. So the next time you fail, don't despair. Handle it like a Stoic, and you will come out stronger on the other side.